Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. We're here with the 2.2 patch notes here. I heard you released this on Twitter earlier today, maybe a few hours ago, and we're just going to go over a few of the pretty important things that I just want to get across in a video about the patch update, when it's going to be, how long it's going to take, what are we getting, and a few of the actual important patch notes that we're going to be looking at. So let's start this off by saying that this is the 2.2 patch, obviously. This is the next patch coming out on Wednesday. In terms of the date, it's the 13th at 6 p.m. UTC plus 8. For those, or is that 6 a.m.? 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. UTC. I'm pretty sure that's actually now 6 a.m. UTC plus 8. And if you want to figure out what time that actually is, if you don't know how to do time conversion, they're very easy websites to actually get, like time.is/UTC plus 8. This will set the time, this massive time here on screen, to the current time at UTC plus 8. Now, all you need to do is look up the city or the time zone that you are in. Let's say we'll look up Paris, for example. And now it'll come up here with Paris, France, the current time in Paris, France. So then you can see, okay, so at UTC, so you take away 6 hours from UTC plus 8 right now, and that will put France at literally midnight. So that's when the patch is going to come out in France. Now, that's how you do the currency. I recommend this website. It's quite easy to understand. Now, moving on to the actual patch stuff. It's estimated to take 5 hours, which is probably not going to take 5 hours. It's not that hard. And pause the video if you want to take a look at how to update it for your client. It's pretty simple. Pause the video if you want to take a look at that. In terms of compensation, we're getting 300 Primo gems. Like, that's classic reward. Easy does it. 60 per hour. It's probably going to be down for an hour, but we're still getting 300, which is poggers. Going into a few more of the things, there's like some eligibility stuff, yada yada yada, doesn't really matter. Going into what we're getting in the patch, we got obviously Tsumeri Island, which is quite cool, a new island. I'll release guides for everything on it. But to unlock Tsumeri Island, there is an unlock criteria, which is the Seirai Storm Chasers quest, which is the quest to unlock the Thundering Manifestation boss. So if you haven't done that quest, I recommend you do that beforehand, so you can then just jump straight into Tsumeri Island. In 2.2, but not the first half of 2.2, we're also getting the Pyro polearm user Toma. He's another Pyro spear user, pretty cool. He's coming in the second half though. On the island, we are also getting a new domain. Don't be fooled, this is not a domain for artifacts or any kind of material. This is just one of those one attempt domains where you just go in, you get Primo gems, Electro Sigils, and a bunch of other things, XP. So that's another one of those domains. And also in 2.2, we're getting 4 new weapons. In the first half, we are getting the Polar Star, which is a 5-star bow, pretty cool. Child's signature bow. We've got Akamaru, which is the 4-star Claymore, another cool weapon. And in the second half, we're getting the Waybreaker's Fin, which is a 4-star polearm, and Moon's Moon, which is a 4-star bow. So look forward to those. The first event that we're also getting in 2.2, which is not on launch, it's actually launching about a week after, which is kind of weird. But it's the Labyrinth Warriors event, and from this one you can get a bunch of Primo gems, Crown of Insight, Character Level Up Materials, Talent Level Up Materials, Hero's Wit, Mystic Ore Enhancement, and Mora, as well as 1 constellation or your first copy of Jinyan, the Pyro Claymore user. And again, I do find it weird that this event is actually happening 1 week after the initial launch of the patch. I would have assumed that it would happen like a few days after, not 1 week, but it is what it is. The start time is the 21st. Going on to a few more things happening at the very start of the patch is the Hangout event with Toma and Sayu. These are all quite cool, but there is a bit of a completion criteria. You need to have completed the Omnipresence over Mortals, as well as be Adventure rank 30, which is quite easy, so just get those done. We're getting a handful of new world quests. I'm not going to really read them out because there's a lot of them, but a handful of new world quests, so I assume these are just random quests throughout the world. We're also getting 2 new enemy types, which is the Rifthound Whelp and the Rifthound itself. I'll create guides on and pathing routes to optimally farm these out, as well as the other resources coming in Tsumeri Island when this releases and when I'm feeling confident in the route myself. But stay tuned for those. They're pretty hard and pretty cool. Going on to a few other additions. This I'm just going to blast through really quickly because it's a bit more minor stuff. But we're getting a bunch of new recipes, name cards, a new realm layout, obviously. The Sakura tree is being allowed to go to the max level now, which is quite cool, I believe. Sakura favor level 40 or above. That's really it, really. We got new furniture. Spiral Abyss, pretty big change here. So the next floor 11 ley line disorder is pyro damage increased by 60% and hydro damage increased by 60%. So if your main DPS is a pyro or hydro, you'll have a bit of an easier time there. And as well, there's a lot more Spiral Abyss floor 11 and 12 changes here. I'm not going to read them out because they're quite long, but if you want, pause the video and take a look at these. I'll also leave a link to this page down in the description so you guys can check it out yourselves if you want a bit more detail. But this is a few more Spiral Abyss changes. I'm not really going to read into them, but I'll also start making Spiral Abyss videos, just doing my bi-weekly clears of it, or bi-monthly, however long it resets. I'll actually start putting those up just for you guys to see how I do it and what I do in it. Jumping over to a few more important changes, there's a few more quest stuff here, I'm not going to read it out, but down in the system changes, our artifact limit is going from 1,000 to 1,500, so that's pretty cool if you're stocked up on artifacts. I'm not really. A few more wish things of how they're displayed, that's pretty cool. A new feature to skip wishes or 10 pulls is added or something like that. But out of all these things, there's one other thing that I found very interesting is the optimizes the time adjustment experience in Paimon menu. You can now change time over the span of days. So if you've experienced trying to change time over more than one day, you've experienced that it resets itself. That is now no longer a thing, so you can skip more than one whole day, so that's pretty cool. There's been a few character adjustments here. Again, not going to read this out because this is very specific time stuff and a very specific numerical stuff with the character's cooldown reduction and whatnot. So pause the video if you want to read these. And some audio stuff here. And in terms of the other stuff down here that's moderately important, I'd say, the in-shop Stardust Exchange section. There's now no limit to the amount of Mora that can be exchanged, but we have added a limit for each exchange, which is 100. And at the souvenir shops in Mondstadt and Leeway, there is no limit to the amount of Mora that can be exchanged, but we've added a limit for each exchange, which is 300, sorry. And this is pretty much the bulk of all the stuff that I'd say is important in the actual patch. The update is coming out Wednesday, 6 in the morning for UTC plus 8. For me, it's going to be 8 in the morning because I'm at UTC plus 10. So, and the update is going to take roughly about 5 hours. So I'm expecting to have the servers up about maybe midday for me. And I'll obviously start making videos, busting out all the stuff with the Electroculus and getting all those things done. Leveling up the Sakura tree, obviously giving out guides on all the gathering materials, the mobs, and all the other good stuff. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, consider subscribing down below for more Genshin Impact content. Also, ring that notification bell to stay notified of when I upload. Thank you all so much for watching, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.